Super fast tortoise in the game, ready to ignite. Put up a fight, gonna leave them all in fright. Playing Magic the Gathering on a Saturday night. Summoning creatures, casting spells with all his might. Sipping on more coffee to stay awake and bright. Caffeine runs stealing his creativity inside. Got a YouTube channel where he's shining so bright. MTG3, the show it takes flight. He's a lyrical beast, spitting fire with every bite. Rap metal flow, pounding beats to inside. No one can stop him, he's on a meteoric height. Super fast tortoise, the champion of the fight.
Good morning, hope you're up. Enjoy that coffee in your cup. Good morning from the shelf. Super fast tortoise does so well. Sit back, relax, time to chillax. Face the facts, morning coffee show intact. Let's enjoy the show, let's enjoy the flow. Morning coffee is the best. Chatting with friends, we are blessed. Due to the mood, coffee for every dude. Have fun, enjoy the show. Let this channel grow. Let's enjoy the show. Morning coffee is the best. Chatting with friends, we are blessed. Due to the mood, coffee for every dude.
Hey! What's up? What's up? It's your kind of day. Go barking mad. Go barking mad. We got a hillbilly. We got a hell wheeler. We got a KJ cowboy down. Whoa.
What? We got cats and dogs today.
It's raining cats and dogs in this area. That's right. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Crazy.
What's up? Wiz knows business. I had a few things I did business-wise. Nice. Some to me further than he's already commenting on the topic. The Lawson. Whoa. Good morning. Well, today's show has a twist in the topic. Trust me, I got a monologue that's huge and long. But yeah. But it's fun. The topic came up because I watched a lot of people talk about Wizards of the Coast and stuff, and they act like they know what's going on. They act like they have the answers, but every time they complain and say this is not going to work, guess what? It works. Like, it's working for people.
Exactly.
The people are going to find their ways to get mad about something that they don't like and say, oh, this isn't going to work. This is going to crash the entire thing. Just watch. Just wait and see. This one thing I don't like. This is the reason why your boat's going to sink.
Mm-hmm.
That's...
yeah. So, interesting concept. Tortoise pays for YouTube Premium now.
Oh.
Yeah. It was a big decision. I started watching a particular channel called Valiverse, who's a toy designer company guy. He used to work for Hasbro and a couple other places. And he was the one person I started watching and following that the commercials actually really upset me, because he'd be in the middle of a conversation talking about something really great, then all of a sudden marketing, then advertisement. You're like, what? You're killing the groove here. Then I have to wait 5 seconds to hit the skip button. Anyway, so long story short, pay for YouTube Premium, which is more than what I like spending money on stuff. I really don't. And this is a thing that started because this one channel. Then now I started viewing YouTube differently after a while. Because truth is, we get a lot of people on YouTube who make a lot of content. We got people making content every day. And when you start paying YouTube, you start becoming selective on the content you watch, like more selective on who you watch, how you watch, because you're paying them, because like YouTube you don't get ads on YouTube Premium, but when you watch a monetized video, they get paid for that view.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so you start looking for people who put more quality into their work. Even if it's a small channel, you look for people to put quality in the work. You care about the quality of the channel, and it really changes your perspective a lot different. It is extremely different. And the reason why I bring that up because it's a different side of business because I treat it as a business expenditure for YouTube Premium because I watch a lot of people. I watch a lot of magic and I watch a lot of different stuff. I watch Hillbilly every morning, right? So Hillbilly gets fully monetized and I'm watching his video. He'll get paid for my view for the year duration. It'll be like that.
Cool.
Yeah. That's when you hit 1,000 subscribers.
Yep.
Yep. I mean, has anything like that ever happened to any of you guys?
No, it hasn't. I thought about myself getting the YouTube Premium, and but I just ain't went that far yet. But I have thought about it, and then as far as let's say if I did get it, some things will change also on my end. Also, for one is I'd be just like you're saying, selective on who I watch, what I watch.
Oh, yeah.
And there's some content out there that I've got my interest a little bit on maybe one video. So I'd watch it, and then they throw out some more videos that I might be really interested in. And I just want to watch that one video. But you know how YouTube is. You watch one video of something that you don't usually watch, they start throwing those other videos into your feed.
Oh yeah.
Just because you watch that one video, you may not be interested in all the other junk, but hey, it's on there now. But if I had YouTube Premium, that would definitely change.
It definitely changes your mindset because YouTube's free. You kind of take advantage of it, and you take it for granted almost.
Oh, yeah.
But when you pay for it, you take it less for granted, and you start being more selective. I think.
Yep.
Has something like that experienced for you guys down there? How will or KJ?
I don't pay for anything if I don't have to be honest. And it's not that it's not that I don't want to pay for anything. It's I'm cheap.
just rip off the Band-Aid. I'm cheap. I'm cheap too. Trust me.
No, yeah.
At least he's not hiding behind some sort of fake excuse of why he's not doing it. He's just honest. He's cheap.
I will put my money down on the table when it comes to something like a subscription service like premium YouTube or no commercials on Hulu or whatever, to get rid of commercials. Right. I hate commercials. But then again, I'm cheap. I grew up in the 80s. I grew up in the generation where they started pushing commercials down your throat professionally. So
that's right.
I eat commercials for breakfast with milk, and I call those commercials Frosted Flakes, and I will take those commercials like my content as much as it disturbs me to have to watch that same commercial over and over again that talks about why your man can't,
DeLoss and cheap man walking.
I mean, back in those days, though, commercials were actually interesting. Either they'd actually have like a storyline going, from commercial to commercial, or they'd just be so wacky and bizarre that you're like, "Oh yeah, what's this? What's this? It's a bar of soap. I want that bar of soap." It was so fun to watch. But mind it.
But see, I grew up in the generation where you were fed your commercials for breakfast. Literally, Saturday morning cartoons were overgrown commercials for the toys that Hasbro wanted to sell us. Oh, hello, hi.
How are you talking to your overgrown commercial?
No, I was talking to Hasbro. Overgrown commercials, everything down to Transformers, Mattel's sit with Masters of the Universe and so forth. We were fed commercialism,
right?
I don't mind. I don't mind having the commercials there. Since I grew up in that, and I am cheap. I will not. I don't pay for the things to get rid of commercials. Now, for certain other aspects, yes, I will pay for it.
Well, so the commercials. Yeah, like I said, I went without YouTube Premium for so long. Didn't mind the commercials, but when I started watching actually good content, like solid good content that wasn't like live content, I actually started caring, because like when people are good at their craft, you don't want to be interrupted by commercials, especially when they can teach you something that you've been wanting to know for years or for a long time. Like like you remember when commercials came out on YouTube, and YouTube was like a 15 or less minute platform, because YouTube used to be like 10 minutes or less, and they'd have a commercial before the show, and some people posted a video that was like 5-10 seconds long, and they'd have a commercial for the commercial before the show. It came out like that. And some people, and like I don't watch some people like my wife does, who spam in commercials, because like apparently when you're monetized fully, you can place in the commercials, and people put up commercials in like every segment they possible.
Yeah, you can set your upload or your video up with chapters in it, and in between those chapters, you can choose the perfect time to get the commercials, especially if you're fully monetized and you're like, okay, I'm going to be getting paid ad revenue anyway. If I run a couple extra seconds of ads, they're not going to blame me. They're going to blame YouTube.
Right. But paying for a subscription service like YouTube Premium, I think is worth it. But I mean, I think I'm getting the quality out of it, and there's more I can get out of it that I just don't right now. Like there's things I got, and there's other things YouTube would love you to spend money on, because they have different subscription services for YouTube. But I digress a little, because like if we can hold Wizards accountable for the quality of their product, we should be able to hold our content accountable for the quality of the product,
Yep.
And that's why we work hard. That's why we work hard on making good quality content, We want people to be amazed. Even if like, the Lawson, if he doesn't have YouTube Premium, we want him to hang around as much as possible and enjoy the show. We want him to enjoy the show, have a blast, have a cup of coffee. MTG Gaming Bob, when he's here, we want him to enjoy the show, get interactive and everything. The quality of the show, it has improved through the couple years we've been going.
Oh yeah.
But even having YouTube Premium even changes the way you think about the content you make. Which I'm not telling you all need to get YouTube Premium. I'm just talking about the change that's happened personally in my life of having it, and how it's shaped the formation. Like the formation of the thought process is quality. What would you pay for? Like if you went to the store and you had to buy your YouTube content, what would you buy? Would you buy the good quality content, or would you buy the less quality content? Well, if you're paying for YouTube Premium Sam Club's membership, you'd probably get the quality product more than the less quality product. And it varies, because everybody's idea of content's different. But it changes the way you think about it. Like when you go to the store to buy your let's say like your microphone for your computer, right? Are you going to get the cheap product, or are you going to get the more expensive product? And more expensive doesn't mean the most expensive in line. It's just you're probably going for the one with the best reputation. That's probably more expensive than the cheap one. And so that
that is sometimes, not always, a fact. Now, a lot of times people are brand guilty when it comes to that kind of thing. So like you can get like a microphone, let's say made by Shure, and then you can go and get like that Target $20 microphone. That doesn't necessarily mean that the name brand is going to be better. It just means that name brand is going to have a market that is, if it does turn out to be malfunctioning or something, that it's going to be a brand that is going to take care of the product. That's why you buy the more expensive. It's not necessarily because of the better product, but the better plan that comes with it.
Well, the better plan with it makes it a better product. Okay, but so it makes it a worse product if you don't pay for the insurance, right? That's pretty much how you look at it, right?
Well, that's I don't know. I guess I see that as looking at like you're adding on services doesn't necessarily make that a different product.
Well, what it does is it brings longevity if your product doesn't break by then. But going with what you're saying, if you buy a microphone with a 2-year warranty and your microphone breaks like twice during that 2-year warranty, you bought a bad mic.
Yeah, but it could do that with, like I said, even with the name brand. So I mean,
you're defending what?
oh, I was just saying it. You don't have to necessarily go and get the most expensive product for it to be a good
I'm not telling you have to. I'm saying when you're paying for a service, you're probably going to go for the more reliable priced one that guarantees a little bit extra, a little bit better quality. And quality, like Blue microphone is still good quality. This is probably a Logitech version microphone. It's the same kind of Hillbillies is, but it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
And it's better than the Blue Snowball I got back there, the old radio one, which I used for a while. And apparently my microphone on my laptop was better than that because you guys preferred the laptop. But when it comes to quality and you're paying for quality, you're going to want to get quality. And now, I'm not saying every name brand out there, because even generic brands eventually become name brands, right? You have to grow a market. So the most case scenario, a name brand that is out there, the name brand is out there is proven to be a good name brand, and that's why it's a name brand. Like Great Value, I think is going to be name brand in the near future for how well and how good the product has become in generalization. And DeLawson says he's brand loyal to certain foods. So is my wife. Usually I don't care if I have the generic version of food, but there are certain foods that taste better for sure that are name brand. It's because they're proven quality. And if you're paying for a Costco membership, you're going to buy the Costco prices. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's what kind of YouTube Premium does. If you're paying for YouTube Premium, you're going to go for the premium content that you like. I feel that. Like it's weird how it changes, because there's like to be honest, there are certain people I'm probably going to unsubscribe from, and there are people I don't really watch anymore anyways. But then the couple of these people don't really put an emphasis on their quality of product. They just make content for content, and I don't find them enjoyable anymore. And I haven't found them enjoyable before I paid for a premium. So right now, since I'm thinking about premium, I'm thinking about changing the way I do things, because what we consume as ourselves is what we kind of become later on. Does that make sense? Like what we are, how they say you are what you eat. Well, we are what you consume. If you consume bad product, you're gonna have bad health. And I'm gonna try to improve my health on the social platform, actually. And that's really good. That's really good.
Seems be very a very personally motivated direction to go. And I think that if you want to eliminate certain commercialisms, definitely you should be investing in like these ad blockers, or you should be investing in YouTube Premium or whatever. But I'm just I grew up with advertising so much, that I'm kind of immune to it.
I guess I'm spoiled compared to how you say you are. Like, I love commercials. I'll even before premium, I'll sit down and watch old commercials all day. Like, I'll find like old toy commercials, old Christmas commercials and stuff, and I'll watch the whole video through. Commercials don't hit hard like they used to.
No, they don't.
No, the commercials don't hit hard. They're very simplistic nowadays. They have a cookie cutter just like everything else.
Well, nowadays they got 5 seconds to woo you, or you're done, or they're done.
Yep.
When
I was a truck driver, and I'd come home, take my home time, I didn't miss the TV shows. I missed the commercials. I'd rather sit down and watch a commercial than the actual TV show, because being out on the road, you can't keep up with the TV shows.
Think about Super Bowl Sunday. Super Bowl Sunday used to be the premium time to watch the best quality commercials ever. It's not even like that anymore. I mean, there's still some good commercials in Super Bowl Sunday, but back in the day, they used to be jam-packed full of these $1 million commercials that were worth watching. Nowadays, it's not like that, and you even get more commercials from the TV channel they're on.
It's true. This year's Super Bowl was sad commercial-wise. I mean, a lot of the commercials during the Super Bowl this year I saw was this last Super Bowl. They were commercials they were already showing like for already a month prior, at least.
The Lawson. I love watching those Flintstones commercials selling Winston Smokes. That's a cool commercial for sure. I remember seeing those too, like on YouTube. I don't know if you can find them anymore, but they were on YouTube. These old commercials that sold cigarettes.
You know, I mean, commercialism, personally, when it comes down to that topic, and I know this it's not really the topic, other than YouTube Premium. That's the only thing I know that it does is it's like subscribing to your streamer on Twitch. You don't have to watch the commercials, but across the entire YouTube board. I understand that, and I find that appealing personally, but not enough to pay for it where I'm, for me personally, because I'm just immune to it. But I do miss like being able to go to like turn on the TV when you were a kid, and the commercials were even themed to the cartoon you were watching.
Oh, yeah.
You watched He-Man, and you had He-Man, Masters of the Universe, and She-Ra, Princess of Power toys in the thing right there. Other Mattel toys like or whoever did He-Man, you know, like G.I. Joe, and you know, those toys were all themed to the episodes you were watching and everything.
Because they were advertising to that market, right? You know, because you love seeing those old He-Man commercials, those old Ninja Turtle commercials and stuff that would pop on. You watch kids' cartoons. These awesome cartoons, by the way, these awesome old school cartoons, and the commercial breaks were cereal commercials, or they were toy commercials, or there were commercials about shows coming up in the lineup, or shows coming up in the future, and you're like, hell yeah,
yeah, you know. So like, I think like if we're going to be shoving commercials down everybody's throat on the internet, whether or not you know, because Disney's found a way every time I've upgraded my Disney Plus to avoid commercials from the days of cable. You know, I got my Disney Channel, and they said, "Oh, no more commercials." Then all of a sudden, there's commercials on the Disney Channel. They snuck them in there on you by their own advertising their own product. Right. All this, now there's actual Capri-Sun and Toys R Us or whatever commercials on the Disney Channel. You go to Disney Plus, and you're getting liquor commercials, liquor ads if you watch a Marvel movie. I get liquor ads all the time on Disney Plus. So it's like, and I've gone to paying for each service. And I have the Disney Plus, Hulu Plus bundle something or other. And now they've made another level up, and I have to pay for it in order to get rid of commercials again.
That's ridiculous.
You know, so it's like, they're going to keep forcing you commercials, even if you do. So it's like, come on, just realize it like my generation did. We live in the commercialized era. We're going to be forced commercials down our throat. Embrace it. Make Transformers. Enjoy it. Make G.I. Joe. Embrace your commercialism. You know, make Magic the Gathering the lifestyle.
Right. Yep. Delawson says you can thank Reagan for the deregulation of marketing to children in the 80s. Yes, but they deregulated that whole regulation thing. So there are a lot of commercials nowadays. You just have to watch the young kids shows nowadays. Commercials are back. But yes, you're right. That did a lot. In fact, there's a whole side story I can go into about that that whole Reagan thing right there. The whole story. I watched a couple documentaries on the whole thing. Interesting as hell. Loved it. And with that, my friends, with that portion of the show over with, I get to hit this little button right here. This button right here.
You are watching Super Fast Tortoise.
Put up a fight, gonna leave them all in fright. Playing Magic the Gathering on a Saturday night. So many creatures, casting spells with all his might. Sipping on more coffee to stay awake and bright.
All right. That's it. We're done. Goodbye. Thank you for watching.
See you, everybody.
All right. No, if you haven't, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're enjoying the content today. we're getting to the segment of the day. The next segment, which Hillbilly knows where the segment is, with his barking dogs in the behind him. And I'm surprised they haven't quieted those dogs from barking all the time.
Well, this and it's got the biggest barks way more than this one.
Right?
He only barks when somebody is walking by the house, bothering the mailbox, or getting in his yard.
Huh? Nice.
And this one barks every dang on little sound.
Mm,
And boy, does her yapper get annoying.
that's funny. I bet. That's why I'm glad cats don't bark like that. All right, Hillbilly, what's the segment of the show we're going to?
How about the
Card of the day.
Unexpected results. One of my favorite cards ever. Hillbilly plays this card a lot. Whoop, whoop.
My favorite.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites too.
Oh, yeah. Costs 2 generic, a green, and a blue. It's a sorcery. You shuffle your library, then reveal the top card of your library. If it's a non-land card, you may cast it without paying its mana cost. If it's a land card, you may put it onto the battlefield. Not tapped. Just put it on the battlefield. And return unexpected results to its owner's hand.
Oh yeah, talking about some ramping. This card here has got me some ramping and got me some free creatures.
This card is nuts. It's pretty good, pretty solid, pretty amazing.
Yep.
It's not broken, but it can be. I mean, I pulled an Emrakul off this card before. It was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
It's called unexpected results.
Yep.
Yeah, it has to be unexpected. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I did this the other night and got 2 lands off of it. Dag blagged, I was wanting a creature. I had enough lands.
Right. That's pretty solid, pretty cool. The fact that you get it back if you pull a land makes it like just a little better. It's like gambling, but always getting something out of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even if it's a land and you don't like it, well, you ramped. Hell yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and look, see in the picture that big yellow circle in the middle, there in the middle with the little face. That was KJ in the process of when his head was being put into the jar. See, there's his body, his little impish body, and everything.
Very lore accurate.
That's right. and that's a scientist right there, the guy with the pen in the book. He's studying how you can detach a head and keep it alive. Now the body roams around the cities or some other plane, doing whatever degenerate thing it will do. It doesn't love it. It doesn't show the proper love it should for its original head. It just walks around doing whatever it was while KJ, the head, is stuck in a jar, living his life to the fullest.
Yep.
Why do you have in your storyline? Why is my body doing something quote unquote degenerate?
Do you know what your body's doing?
No, but I want to know why, according to your storyline, that my body's doing it. So I just you said degenerate. I mean, I'm detached from my body. I don't know what you've been encouraging this body to be doing, but he doesn't have a mind of its own. He can't control himself.
Right.
I have
the world may never know.
Well, don't think about what your body could be doing by itself. Think about the people it's scaring or the people who see your body walking around. They're like, hey, let's pick on that body or something, let's bully that body. Who knows? That body is way off in its own world. In fact, right now, I guarantee that body's making more money than you are just, begging for food. And it can't even eat.
I ain't going there.
Is anybody other than me disturbed at this moment?
Disturbed. Don't be disturbed.
I mean, it's not the story that's disturbing. It's the situation the story brings across. And first of all, sounds like to me like my body's gone homeless. It's doing things that are inappropriate and being encouraged to do things inappropriate by a select group of people who are obviously steering the body with no head to can't see obviously what it's doing that's inappropriate. So it's obviously being led by somebody, which you've painted a very gruesome picture of, and just saying. This is getting disturbing, and I'm not sure if I really like this aspect of the lore of the other half of my body. I mean, I'm only a head in a jar. I can't control that aspect of that lore. But please, chat, do not write it.
Happy Taking Blanket Day, everyone. Hey, hello, Brandon.
What's up, Brandon?
Woo-hoo. Well, think about this. When you become a pro football player, you'll start making more money than your body.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I'll be a pro football.
Yeah, that's right. You'll become the official.
The job application I applied for did not say pro football player. It said seeking pro football.
Exactly.
I was the only one who got the job. They wanted the ball itself. From what I understand, this doesn't involve any feet to the face or anything.
All right. You know what? Crossing guard approved. All right. Now, next, let's get to some pictures of the day. What do you mean we're out of coffee? This is an accurate depiction when KJ finds out his cats drink his coffee, and this is how he reacts at home.
What do you mean we're out of coffee?
Batman coffee. Oh man, that looks really like that guy's really pissed off that there's no coffee. But I found a picture of a hillbilly when he's younger.
Need coffee now.
That's right. This is a younger picture when he had more color in his hair and it was crazy.
What do you mean was crazy? He still is.
Was crazy, still is. True. He does own, dogs.
Being called worse than crazy.
Been called worse than crazy. It's crazy. The next picture. We've seen this one before. Help me, caffeine. You're my only hope. We gotta dig something from yesterday up today. True fact. They're working on a new product, so KJ can have a connection to his head where he can visually, holographically show what's on his brain.
Yeah, it wasn't by choice, but you know, you got to be careful when you sign up for those things, and they say the terms of service.
Mm-hmm. Terms of service, right. Well, you know, since you're just a head in a jar, scientists are like, well, he's a working brain living on its own. They give us time to experiment without actually affecting a whole human body. I don't know how they treat you sometimes. Is just degenerate. It's not good. You really have to read the terms of service, agreements.
Indeed. Indeed. Read the TOS.
That's right.
All 7,089 pages.
Right? They only get longer and more extravagant, so you don't read them even more. You look at the first few pages. There's 10 more pages. Okay, I read it. The next picture, I think 3 of us can agree to. Let me in. I know you're drinking coffee. I can smell it. Looks like my Onyx cat. But yeah, cat's at the door. Honestly, when the cats are young, this is how cats act at the bathroom when you have to use their bathroom. They're like, where did you go? I don't see you. Where are you? You disappeared. Let me in. I got to make sure you're okay. And you're like, God damn it, I'm just trying to take a poop. But I can't see you. Oh, that's funny. Oh yeah.
Sitting there reading the newspaper, trying to do your deed, and you get two cats staring you directly in the eyes.
Oh, you know what I find interesting is I'll be sitting on the pot, and all of a sudden you see a couple paws under the door scraping for your attention.
What you doing in there? What you doing in there?
Right?
Are you in there?
Mhm.
Hey, if you can see my paw, just open the door. Just open the door. See my paw.
Right? It's crazy. Cats are crazy. And those have been pictures of the day for fun of the day, for all that fun jazz. And if you have a picture of the day, you can become part of Discord and share your pictures of the day.
Go.
On Discord and be part of the show. Get shouted out for sharing pictures of the day. You rock and roll.
Yeah.
That's right.
Like
And
that.
we're going to get to the question of the day. Ooh, the question of the day.
Presented by Discord, we have the question of the day.
The question of the day is brought to us by Hell Wheeler. Yeah, let's see what she had to ask.
Hey guys, Jesse here, bringing you today's question of the day. My question here is, as my Pokemon collection keeps growing, and I know I'm talking bad here, it's not MTG, but I find I have a growing collection of duplicates that I no longer need. I'm a collector, not a player, at least for majority of it. And I'm wondering, where do you find is the best place to sell your duplicates? Is it as a bundle of multiple different like common cards, selling them as singles? Is eBay the best place, or maybe the Facebook Marketplace? What is your suggestion for where the best place to sell lots of duplicate cards is?
Ooh.
Well, there's different places online where you can sell those cards. I mean, you go to TCG Player, Card Kingdom, card markets. I mean, there's all kinds of places that you can actually go to sell the cards.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there might be places over there on your side of the world that's not on this side of the world that you might be able to put the cards on to sell them. So I would say sell them online somewhere.
Does KJ have an idea, a thought?
You know, I always thought like there'd be like some sort of like trading card or ATM service, you know, back in the day. Remember, you used to be able to put the little 2 quarters into the machine and pull it out, and you got a couple of trading cards out of the machine. You know, sometimes it was stickers or garbage pail kids or whatever, you know. And I always thought, you know, one of these days we're going to be able to bring our duplicates to a machine, and it'll know what card it is, and it'll give us like some sort of credit for other cards. Right. And I always wanted something like that, and they never have made it.
Yeah.
You know,
I would definitely be cool.
For one, you know, it'd be nice. You know, I mean, it's really hard selling your collectibles. I pretty much use for reselling anything that I've gotten in a bulk option when it comes to comic books, because I don't want too many of the same comic books. Like I will have up to 3 of the same comic book, and anything more than that is too many. You know. The reader, the collector, and then one to have just in case, you know.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
and then anything else, I eBay. eBay's great.
Mm-hmm. eBay is great if you don't mind the fees. The Lawson has a suggestion of donating them to a children's hospital.
Yeah, that's another good way.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know where the local children's hospital is near us, but I mean, we certainly could donate some. I'm hoping, obviously, that some of them can turn into, you know, a little bit of money because I've spent so much on them to sort of recoup back. But I know the ones that most of them, they're not worth that much.
Brandon says bulk card store singles can be online. So, for my professional opinion, I would look into first of all, what can you do, right? Like, and I don't mean this like, what can you do because you can't walk or anything. I mean that like, what can you do, like financially, post office wise, whatever, right? So if you want to do eBay, you have to be able to ship your cards out. You got to be able to print your labels out and everything. Can you do that? Can you afford the fees? Can you print the labels? Can you ship them out, right? Can you do that from home, or can you do that accessibly from anywhere, right? And even for me, I struggle with that because I don't drive, right? So I can't just go to the post office. So I had to work around the post office like that.
Mm-hmm.
eBay is a good way to sell singles, but I wouldn't sell bulk. Bulk sales get a lot of issues on eBay that I've noticed. Some people do buy bulk on eBay, but eBay takes a pretty fat fee from your profits.
Yep.
I think if you want to flip your product quicker, I think Facebook Marketplace. There's always someone looking for Pokemon cards. Sell them in bulk there, and but separate your singles from your singles, and sell your singles on Facebook Marketplace or eBay, or start a TCG player account, which I don't know. I can't really get into that much because I'm unexperienced from that.
Mm-hmm.
But first of all, the first main thing you want to do is what can you do? Think about what can you do when it comes to shipping the product. How can you get the product out?
I mean, I was originally thinking of going to car boot sales, which I think is kind of our equivalent of your garage sales and things.
Yeah.
It's just literally as it sounds. It's a bunch of cars come up. I mean, it's a bit more organized than just out of your boot anymore. Now
Right.
normally
No.
it's stable. But the problem is the weather and things. So I have to wait for a very specific time for that.
Right. So
And it's can I do to maybe shift it earlier?
So here is the dilemma. If it's anything like in the US, yard sales, people want to pay less money than they would buying online.
Yep.
Yeah, they're
'Cause
most looking for a bargain.
Right, because most of the people buying from yard sale, most in the US, who are looking to buy collections like that, are looking to flip that collection themselves. So are you willing to lose more value out of it? Do you know how much your value is? In fact, that is an important thing to think about, is the value of your product. How much is it worth? How much are you willing to let it go for? And what are you selling? What are you going to take out before you sell it? You know, there's a lot of dynamics that go into your question. It's a pretty hefty reselling question.
Yep. And there's all kinds of online stores out there like TCG Player.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not the only one. I mean, Card Market's one. Because Card Market, I don't think that's the U.S. I don't think you can buy cards from Card Market if you live in the U.S.
Right. So like I said, the first thing you want to figure out is how can you get rid of the product? Like, how can you do it? Like how can you get them? How can you mail them out? How can you mail the product out? How are you going to be able to do that? Or even if you do the kabootsa sale or whatever you called it, like will you be able to do that? Will you get that stuff? I mean, like, because you have a helper who can help you move stuff to the lawn or whatever to sell stuff. Yeah, I get that, but are you going to be able to? Are you going to be able to take care of it? Are you going to be able to get it out, or are you going to mail it? Like your singles, people buy singles online. Do you have the proper equipment to mail it out? Do you got the plastic sleeves, the plastic protectors, that the hard case protectors to put your card in if you're going to sell them online? They're more expensive cards. Can you mail? Do you know I don't know how it works, but a PWE. Are you going to sell a PWE, or are you going to do a padded envelope? Either way, it's those plastic card protectors are thicker than a regular PWE, so you're going to pay a little extra because it won't fit through a tiny slot anymore. That you're going to pay a little extra to ship it, like $1.18 or £1.18. I don't know what it is over there. And the padded envelopes are going to be a little bit more because they're obviously a bigger product, but they protect your stuff more. There is a lot of a lot of dynamics, a lot of intricacies that go into what you're asking. So you have to figure out first, how can you get rid of the product? Can you get rid of the product? What it'll cost to get rid of the product before you sell the product?
Yep.
And that's why I think Facebook Marketplace is better, because if you can sell on Facebook Marketplace, most people can come to your place. Like you can have pickup only, and have people come pick up the product from your place. Easy go. That's how I did it for a while.
Yep.
Yeah, it definitely probably be the option. I think maybe for the cheaper ones. I don't think I have many duplicates at the moment. They're actually worth anything, so it makes it a little easier in that respect. But I do obviously try and keep an eye on the value of it. As much as I would love to give these gift cards away to people and things that are looking for it and such, at the moment I just can't afford to do that.
Time capsule. You arrived just on time, like your namesake.
Time capsule. I mean, there's all kinds of places out there. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff, different stuff you can get it out, dang blanket. There's all kinds of places where you can go and sell those cards.
Right. And now, like, and another thing you want to figure out is how you're going to accept money. You're going to accept hard, cold cash, or you're going to do PayPal or something like that. You know, you got to figure that stuff out too. So the logistics of it is learning to start a tiny business, not a small business, a tiny business, and how you're going to be able to accept payment, take payment, get the product out. Lots to think about. Good question, though. Yeah. I mean, you could probably have a whole topic of it. I almost went around with the topic of the day, but I'm like, well, then there would be no point to a question of the day. So I'm like, we got to keep a question of the day. But with that, my friends, we got to hit this bumper.
Don't forget to like this video and subscribe.
Moves, the strategies, and the flares. Supervised tortoise is running the show. The crowd goes wild wherever he goes.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Look at us. We're back to the topic of the day. Now, I got a whole monologue for this topic of the day, and it's going to have a twist. It's going to start small, and it's going to go big, and you can thank Hellwiller for me going down this rabbit hole. The truth is that you are blind to the process of a business. Not all of us are in tune with how a small business works, let alone a large corporate publicly traded company is. We are individuals with a lot of knowledge, but not with the knowledge of 100 people. We don't have the full spectrum of how a company works. The hard truth is we don't fully know how they data mine. We don't know how they figure out their customer base or the consumer base. We find the inner workings of advertisements, but don't know how it all works. But Wizards of the Coast has become a marketing geniuses in their realm. Wizards of the Coast, for example, has gotten to a point where they know how to make product that sells, speaks to their customers. And I'm using Wizards as an example here. Even with the wrath of a small group of people talking about how bad decisions the company can make, somehow the customers have been taught to consume very well. Not just buy, but have fun doing so. Most of us don't have a concept of what it takes to have a company where you spend money on employees, production, inside business stuff, and outsourcing stuff, especially at a large level, and be successful. Money in a company is spent on everything, from basic bills to printing paper to all the tools a business uses and has to repair, like computers. I know I am generalizing on a subject that digs deeper the more you look into the finer details of all intricacies. The truth is, we all don't understand the concept of how a company truly works. There is a respect that is given to a point of how awesome the power that a large company works with the hands of many people. The twist in this story is that here on YouTube, content creators do a lot for our channels. We spend money and time on a show like mine, where we are here. It does take the love of many people working together and coming together. And the honest truth is, we would not do it if we did not have a passion for it. All people see is a finished product, which should look effortless, because the inner workings start working smooth and the seamless. Because what we do and see on the inside are the gears and the cogs moving together. Time is my biggest expenditure, and I wish I knew the trade secrets of advertising and how to capture your attention. Now, Or I wish I had that funding for advertising too, like advertisers do. Oh, that's pretty good.
Mhm.
But it gets expensive. But we hope the show we give you are awesome and filled with happiness, because the truth is the community of subscribers, members, and people who can chat in our lives or leave comments help us motivate our channels. In short, people make the difference, and we all together make the business experience.
Yep.
That is my monologue. Let's dig into this. What do you guys disagree with? Bark at me if you want. What do you agree with? What are you going at? Come on, bring it.
Well, I kind of agree with all of it because it all makes sense and everything. And I had to agree with you about 100% on that.
I mean, was well thought out?
Yeah.
All right.
Well thought out.
Yeah, it was, but I think like it's really it's hard to have a disagreement with that because it is like partly entirely accurate. I mean, it's simplified.
Mm.
And so it's like but it's true. I mean, it goes down to it when it comes down to, we don't know what goes into a business when it comes down to a major corporation. You only even if you own your own business, you can only know what happens in your own business. Like I've talked to my dad about my business in the past when I was doing the DJ work. He says, look, I own a business and I know how this works. And I'm like, I own a karaoke company. It's the same thing. It's still a business. It brings in profit. I had to pay a few people. I have to get things done. I have to make sure I have equipment. Same thing as you. But the deal is every different business. And I mean, every business is different. And on top of that, the more people you have running, the more complicated it gets. The more people, more hands in that business, the more people have to make decisions that you don't have control over.
Yeah.
All right.
And I do want to say one thing about Watson. I mean, not Watson, but Wizards. All right, let's say they come out with a new set. They're coming out sets every day, it seems like, just about. And the set is bad. Well, that set might be bad, but those cards are so bad. When they come out with the next set, those bad cards could be good.
That's true.
And the way they doing it is, let's give them a bad set. And let's make a set that'll work with those cards. And because both sets, they interact with each other.
Right.
So then
they kind of do that on purpose. Yes.
Right. So then the people that hollering, this set is bad, this set is bad. Hold up. You don't know what a wizard is going to do. You never, because those cards might be bad right now, but when they drop the next set, that set may just explode. You just never know.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead,
KJ. You really can't say it's a bad set. We don't know what their business plan is or anything.
No, we don't.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Going on that, talking about the inner world channel and whatnot, right? Like a lot of things that we do on this channel is a small glimpse of what big companies do, right? Small glimpse. Like I don't have the expenditures that a big company has. I don't have the finances a big company has. I don't have the return a big company has. That is very true in fact. And I watched a lot of people on YouTube talk about bad decisions, companies make like Watsy, PayPal, or other companies. Like I watched a lot of bad rep on companies. But you know what? Until we see a final result, most companies are doing pretty good. Most companies are like, they might be struggling a little bit, but still afloat. They're still paying their bills. They're still paying their employees that still work for them, and they're still paying. They're still making money off the hard work of everybody working in the company. And the truth, what's up?
I said exactly.
Right. And the truth is, on YouTube, we hope that happens. That's why being monetized is kind of like a big deal to be monetized, because we want to start making income, come back, which was not my original intent when I first started the channel. I didn't want to start making income when I started my channel. It's the fact that I pay for services like StreamYard every month, and then StreamYard is expensive. Like I could have gone on a 3-stream, but StreamYard has less of a lag that Restream does. That's why I like it, and it's quicker because like I noticed I watch people who use Restream and they'll click a video and you'll see like everybody just disappear and the video pops up. And I'm like, no, that lag is important to me. Restream is really good what they do. So there's a latency to it. And I'm already accustomed to StreamYard. And StreamYard gives me unlimited stuff now. They let me do everything I can, and it works. Now every morning, not only do I have to work every morning like a company, I wake up, I gotta write a script, which usually is the last thing I do. I write a script, create a thumbnail, which is sometimes takes forever, but what takes the most effort and looking for something different is looking for all the pictures of the day, because sometimes that takes forever. Then coming up with a question a day or finding a question a day, that can take a bit. That's actually work I do. It's like 2 hours worth of work for it right there, just to get a 1 hour show, or sometimes a little more. And those are works in the cogs. But we got cool people who've helped out the channel, like Hillbilly, who's been on the show ever since. We have KJ, who's made some content just for funsies on the show that's really integrated into the show. We have everybody in chat who chats in the show. We got people who like the video. We got members of the channel who come together. There's a lot that comes together to make this channel work and grow. And we're slowly doing it. But we're doing it. You know, we're becoming a fully functional creep.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome. I might not have the subscriber base Hillbilly does, but I definitely have the group of people who love being a part of the creep, and that makes me happy. That's the satisfaction right there. And as we slowly go, I am learning a little bit more about business as we go, but it's small stuff because it's like on YouTube when you get monetized, they ask you if it's business or personal, and I just put personal. You know, because that's what it is. And I'm pretty sure I can switch that over if I ever become a real big business, but I'm not a business.
Right.
But hey. KJ, you're so quiet down there.
No, I really didn't have anything to add. You hit, you know.
What I want to add to this is when I started my YouTube channel, it's just a hobby. I never expected to get partially monetized or anything like that. But now that I'm at my sub level that I'm at, I'm going to go ahead and go on, through with it and get monetized.
Oh yeah, it's a different set of things. And when monetizing, you can start paying for some bills for your own company, basically. Well, mine was house, but you can start paying for the bills because, like, my wife pays for everything, right? But when I can partially pay a bill, that brings back to the channel, you know.
Yep.
Or when we have someone cool like Cane Shaker who's in chat. Well, he hasn't chatted anything, but he's here. We have Cane Shaker who's helped produce money for funding for like the mugs will be shipping out in the near future. We're getting there. It's gonna be awesome. Yep. It's been awesome. Like, we have a great community of people who really showed the love of this channel because the creep is a happening place to be.
Yeah, it is.
And we've looked out. We've looked at. I've looked out to have great people join the show, like Hillbilly, KJ, and Hillbilly. You know, we had Moving Full, we had Kuja Dude, we had TC Dude, we had a few people back in the day who used to be more regular, but now it's just more or less. And then I think this panel has been great. And we all have strengths that I try to use every day. Like yesterday, we had a good conversation about Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
KJ is more of a Star Wars buff, so he's able to keep that conversation alive. Whenever we talk about Arena, Hillbilly usually is pretty good about Arena. Or when we talk about cats, Hillbilly takes over.
Not just cats. I'm not just a cat person. There is more to me than just my cats. Although they're telling you now that there isn't. They are the one, the only. Only they rule.
Right.
I mean, there is different strengths in all four of us, and I get stuff out of this being on this podcast. and which helps me throughout the day. And that's what I love about it. For example, if I wasn't a part of this, all I would be doing is an arena every day. You know, my 2 streams, be doing them every day, and that's it. But now I get a break from that, so so I don't get so now I have a place to go to, so I don't get burnt out on playing just arena every day.
Right.
Love that ability.
Yeah.
No reason why I love being here.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. You know, we did try to keep content fresh on this channel. Like every morning we're trying to wake you up, give you a little pep in your step, a little extra pep in your step, because you know what? You deserve to be happy. You deserve to be motivated. You deserve to have a little positivity in your life. That's why I really care about the show and how people act, or I care about how people say things, because sometimes words can be trigger words. And we got to watch out for those. And we try to make everything positive and trigger free as much as possible.
Yep.
To bring you a light and day, to be like, this is a safe place, a safe space. Because, you know, I know people come from different communities, different lifestyles, live from different places. Like I live in a house where I have people with mental illnesses or mental issues, and triggers are a big thing. So I try to be a trigger-free show as much as possible. I don't try to go for the triggers. I try to give you a smooth ride so you can have agreement or be part of the conversation. I'm not trying to trigger people into coaxing them into hitting that like button by triggering them, by getting them to get certain things, even though I'm trying to clickbait you with my titles. I mean, I thought my thumbnail was pretty splashy today, but you know, but I'm trying to pull you guys in through an honest behavior, you know, through an honest look at things. And the truth is, even still today, I don't know how it fully works. I'm still trying to fully work it. Like businesses, I don't fully know a business or a whole business. I don't. You know.
Well, you know, like I said, every business is different based off of the people who run it, the what the business is trying to business, whether it be media, physical items, or whatever, you know, food. Every business is business. So, and when the way it's run is different, it can make the entire company different. You know, all these different factors that go into things. You know, a lot of people like to go, okay, I know that this is a major corporation, let's vilify it, you know, and they don't realize all the steps that's going through there. How many people, as Tortoise said earlier, is getting paid, has to get paid. How many things like YouTube Premium that has to be paid for as well in order to make your content better, or whatever, you know. I mean, the business side of it comes down. There's the logistics can practically make you go broke if you're starting a new business.
Right. Vegas is Lounge. Hello. And truth has to come first before triggers off. That's true. I don't want to trigger people into thinking stuff, and I'm not going to try to trigger people through truth. Now, truth can be triggering when you, especially in hard facts, because you know what? There's a fact. Because something's true doesn't mean you're going to like it.
Exactly.
You know. Look at him with his memberships.
Yeah, I mean, just like what Wizards is doing now to the game, dropping all of these, dropping everything for all formats. That's triggering, but it's also good.
Well, so a lot of people make clickbait out of triggering words, and they'll take a subject and trigger something that's popular so they get the clicks. I'm not trying to get people with the clicks out of a trigger. I'm trying to get the truth or the subject or the topic in the title, and hopefully make it clickbaitable with people like, I want to understand what this is, or I want to see what they have to say about this. Not be like, oh, I disagree, or I agree wholeheartedly. Let's go check it out. You know, I want people to enjoy the show. It's part of the cogs. Like I try to create a safe atmosphere, and that's actually one of the biggest things. That's why there's been a couple times in the show where I'd get really crazy if something was said inappropriately or accidentally, and I care about it so much. I'd wait till the end of the show to say something about it because when something happens, you just keep on rolling. Don't bring attention to it.
Right.
And you take care of it afterwards. That's what I try to do because like we're a smooth operating machine. Even KJ, I'm gonna bring into this. I've seen him on different shows. He has a different persona about him when he's on like Hellbilly's show or his Hellbilly's show or when he's on DJ's show, and he acts a lot different on my show because he acts more appropriate for the show. He's really good at understanding the meta of the show. He's like, even though we're not really a profiting business, but he's really become a part of the business of being on the show. And same with Hellbilly. Hellbilly, I heard some of her jokes before, and man, she behaves herself on the show. That's probably why she meets herself most of the time.
Oh yeah, Elwhaler can make a sailor blush.
Wow.
And I'm not talking just one of those good sailors. I'm talking about those sailors that go around with sails and Jolly Roger flags hanging from the mast.
Right.
Now, I've been streaming for just a little over 3 years now, and my channel ain't to 1,000. I should be over 1,000, but it's not, and that's only because I want the all natural growth. I don't want to get these bots. I don't want to clickbait anybody because, well, look at it. If you like my show, you like my show. If you don't, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. It's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing how we've come, how we've grown. I mean, we'll learn. Like not to emphasize it, but yesterday Hellbilly learned what a word meant, and that was hilarious. But like accidents do happen, but we try to make a positive effort show. And the truth is, the reason why the truth most don't understand in business is the name of the title, is because we don't understand the business. It's a learn as you go. Like, I don't have college experience in business, basic business ethics. I have to learn this on the go, off YouTube, off doing it, actual practice, And most people on YouTube don't have that experience, and they just talk business like they know business. And to tell you the truth, the reason I bring that up is because I try to be fully honest with you. And then if I have an opinion, I have an opinion. If I don't know something about something, I will tell you I don't know much about something. I'm always honest with you to the fullest extent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes on my channel, I do have issues with myself.
Mm-hmm.
That's because of wizards in themselves cause the issues, such as making words that you can't dang on pronounce.
You can't just blame it on that. Some of us do. Some of us do have like reading issues. Like I have a hard time with reading.
I do too.
Enunciation I'm pretty good at. Reading, I don't know if it's dyslexia. I don't know exactly what it is, but I have a hard time reading a whole chapter. There's a lot about business I'd like to know, but we actually don't have enough time to get into that. But I love the fact that you sound knowledgeable in the idea of it.
Cool.
But we do have to get to the next segment of the day, and that is
hit that subscribe button. Become a part of the creep.
Too much to take. Show is lit. MTG3, are you game? Rise, creep, rise, building a following as we gain. Spitting fire like a dragon, no one can bring us down. MTG3 in the house, we own this town. Ripping through the beats with a fury.
all right, everybody, we got to get into the shield section. Where we got the thrill section, where everybody's got the feel section. We're going to get into the world, and we're going to get into the world of how things go, and that's the flow. Well, I don't know. I can't rhyme. All right.
That sounded pretty good there, though.
Right. But anyways, we got to get to the end of the show because, first of all, Hellbilly's supposed to be putting a game together in an hour.
Yep.
Hellbilly's got to go on a vacation. Yeah, I'm poking at you, Hellbilly. You got to go on vacation.
Vacation.
Yeah, she's so quiet. She unmuted herself, but she's still quiet. KJ, he wants to go on vacation.
Where would I vacate to?
I don't know. The head museum, so you can blend in.
Head museum. That sounds like work.
Right.
Work.
But anyways, hey Willie, show yourself out. Can you?
I think she's lost in the Mujiverse.
I think. Well, she muted and unmuted herself. I think her mic is not working.
Dag Blaggett. That's one of those Dag Blaggett moments.
Hold on. Is that working?
Yeah.
Yeah, here you are.
The Dag Blaggett Katie walked past my cable and pulled it the tiniest of a fraction out.
Oh.
Enough that my headphones still worked, but my microphone had stopped.
Oh no.
Silly
That's why
kitties.
you're quiet. I'd see your mute button stop, but no one heard what you said.
It was the kiddies.
The
Well,
kitty.
hopefully they won't mess about tonight. I will be from about 6, maybe 5 if I'm able. But probably 6 for anyone that wants to either learn how to play local TCG or wants to give it a go, give a game, or try and build a deck, whatever. It is local TCG game night.
Oh.
So just shout me a message on Discord or whatever if you are interested in playing.
Sounds good. Check it out. Check it out. Whoa. And we're gonna go from rolling in a chair to rolling in a jar. Everybody's rolling. Rolling. KJ, show yourself out.
Rolling on the painted prairie. Weird Wild West. I'm never wary.
That's right.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for being good heads there in Chatland. So what do we got going on Wednesdays? Procrastinating Across the Ocean with Jesse Hellwheeler, myself. This week we got a game I'm planning. We have our plans of what we're going to talk about already set aside. We're enjoying it. It's going to be based off of a few things that you remember from when you were a kid, and kind of what we talked about at the beginning of the episode. We're gonna do some bad ad reads. Look forward to that Wednesday, 7:30, 7 Central at Procrastinating Across the Ocean with Jesse Hellwheeler and myself.
Whoa. Sounds awesome. Sounds amazing. Yeah. Sounds cool. Bad ad reads. Now skipping Hillbilly. No, I'm kidding. Hillbilly, chill.
All right, folks. This is going to be an invite to each and every one of y'all that plays Commander. Here in about 30 minutes, I'm going to fire up a Commander game. It's a little over 30 minutes. It's 12:12 right now. But anyway, 1 o'clock Central Standard Time over on my channel, I'm going to fire off a Commander game. And each and every one of y'all out there in chat land can join. All you got to do is just be a part of the Discord, of my Discord, or Superfast Tortoise's Discord. And just let us know. Say, hey, I want to play Commander. And we'll say you a seat at the table. So that's 1 o'clock 1 o'clock Central Standard Time every Saturday. And then after the Commander game, there'll be another stream of Arena where I'm going to try to climb that ladder. That's all I got planned for today. So if you're interested in the Commander, all you got to do is let me or Superfast Tortoise know.
Whoop. On Discord. Woo. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Superfast Tortoise. Shill segment, Shill 0 down. Right now, we're going to go clown around because we're going to get down with the tortoise creep because you are my peeps. Anyways, with my bad rhyming skills, tonight at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, we're going to play some Commander, get some Commander game going. We're going to have a fun time, power level 6 or 7. Hope you can join us, if not by watching us or by playing with us. Be part of Discord. When I post a message looking for everybody to join in and tell me they want to play a game of Commander on Saturday night. Now, I don't know what deck I'm playing, but I'm probably going to play something spicy tonight because last night's game got me invigorated. Ooh. I don't know. Maybe I'll play Eldrazi's again. That was crazy. We'll figure out what we're doing tonight, but you can be part of it. But now, we do this show every morning at 11 a.m. Central Standard. Every morning at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time possible. Every morning possible, I try to do a stream. So be a part of the creep. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Be awesome. Be amazing. And with that, I want to thank everybody who's been part of the show. Hellbilly, KJ, Cowboy Dan, thank you for being part of the show. Everybody in chat, you rock your roll. If you haven't hit that like button, hit that like button. Like it.
Creep. A creep is a group of tortoises.
That's right. A creep is a group of tortoises. That's true. The tortoises, it is a creep. But now, I want to remind you all that you're loved. Someone's thinking about you. And if you can, brighten someone's day a little bit brighter today. I totally want to thank you for watching today's video. I really appreciate it, 100%. Like this video as if it's your favorite kind of pizza, dude. And if you wouldn't mind, consider smashing that subscribe button and hit that bell for notifications. Every one of these things you do helps the channel out a lot.
The moves, the strategies, and the flair. Super fast tortoise is running the show. The crowd